Hey guys, I'm Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach, every week coming into your life to multiply your life, your money, your business. And I get asked everywhere I go. I've been doing a podcast today to promote the new book, Everybody Needs a Coach in Life. I get asked this question a lot. Why do I need a coach, number one? And what kind of coach do I need? How do I find the right coach for me? And I get asked so many times, I'm going to unpack it today because I can tell you how to find the right coach for you. And today you got to watch it on Super Coach. Come on back, man. Let's have some fun today. Hey guys, this is Coach Michael Burt. I am so glad you joined me for Super Coach. I believe a good coach can change your life. I believe a good coach will have conversations with you don't want to have, make you do some things you don't want to do, help you become something you didn't think you could become. You see, you can't see the picture when you're inside the frame. You can't reach your own potential without the help of another person helping you break through those ceilings of success. I'm Coach Michael Burt, and I'm going to find the kryptonite in your life, and I'm going to do it on this show, Super Coach. Hey guys, Coach Michael Burt, Super Coach. Happy Tuesday from the Greatness Factory. When are you going to step into your greatness, man? Today we having a conversation, Brittany Renee Brandon. We having a conversation about one thing. Jason Connor, all my peeps out there loving on me today. Thank you, guys. Trust me, I'm trying to log in here and find you. There we go. Stephen Walker, Jason Fraker, Jason Lee Gully, Scott Abernathy, Shane Ray, Will Webb. Share the stream, baby. Aloha. Welcome to you. Welcome to Super Coach live from the Greatness Factory. And every week I like multiplication because that's what a good coach does, boys and girls. That's what a good coach does is multiply, grow, accelerate. And I was doing a podcast today to promote my new book. And what a lot of people ask me this question, what does a coach do? And let me tell you why. There's so many coaches out there in the world today. There's life coaches, health coaches, business coaches, financial coaches, wellness coaches, mortgage coaches, investing coaches, right? They're all out there in the world trying to figure out, man, what does a good coach do? So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you find the right coach for you and your life. And I'm going to show you what makes a good coach. Because here's a question I got asked on a podcast today. How do we know if a person is a good coach? Listen, never before. The coaching industry is a $1 billion industry. It's a huge, huge marketplace out there. And there are coaches popping up every day that ain't ever won anything, ain't ever done anything, ain't ever built anything. They may write a book or they may do something out there in the market, but they've never had any credibility of success. So today we're going to dig into, one, why do you need a coach? Okay. Number two, how to find the right coach for you. And number three, what does a good coach do? And if by the end of this conversation, I hope you say, look, man, I know I got more in the tank. I know I've got more potential. I know I'm in a static state in my life. I know there's more for me to do, but I don't know what to do. And Coach, I'm ready, man. I'm ready to sign up with you because I am in need of a coach in my life. And I always get asked this question, do you have a coach, Coach Burt? Of course I do. I got people coaching me in all kinds of areas of my life. I'm constantly looking for a good coach in my life. I'm constantly looking for a person who can help me elevate. So let's just start with number one. Why do we need a coach in life? I wrote down 5 or 6 reasons why we need a good coach in our life. Number one, we hit a ceiling. Ceiling is a ceiling of complexity. It is a ceiling of success. It is where you are producing at the same level. You're a real estate agent and you're doing 2 or 3 deals a month. Okay, or your ceiling may be $100,000 a month, maybe $1 million a month, but somewhere you're bumping up against this ceiling, and you have taken yourself as far as you can take yourself. You keep doing the same thing and getting the same results, man. Like when I was a basketball coach, I get myself to a 30-win season, sub-state, get beat by the same team, eat at the same restaurants. Go home mad and ticked off, and guess what I do? Come back and do it all over again. So the first reason you need a coach is you recognize, man, ceiling, baby. I can't get me there. My husband can't get me there. My wife can't get me there. My best friend can't get me there. I got to go looking for somebody who is a freaking expert. Number two, you are no longer in a dynamic state. You've reached a static state. You're bored, stuck. You're stuck, man. You feel stuck. You got little or no passion. You're no longer dynamic and rejuvenated. You are now in a very, very stuck, static place. You're apathetic, a little bit of complacency sitting in. You're bored out of your freaking mind. You need somebody to push and challenge you. Right, Will Webb? Right, Jason Connor, Tom Farrell, Travis Perouse, Adam Greco, Bill Maddox? You can't let yourself get stuck, man. That's why you need a little pit bull in your life, pushing you and challenging you. Number 3, you need accountability. What's the vicious cycle we all go through in our life, Jason Jones? What's the vicious cycle we go through? We start with good intention, we fall off the wagon, we feel guilty about it. Can I say it again? We start with good intention, we feel guilt, we fall off the wagon. Why? Lack of self-discipline, lack of motivation, whatever reason, whatever your kryptonite is, you fall off the wagon, and then you feel guilty about it. You know why? You're grieving, baby. You know what the grief is? Your grief is associated with grieving your lost potential. All of this stuff is in the brand new book, okay? If you have not got your copy yet and you ordered it and you were in the first group of people that ordered it, please let us know. I'm going to sign those puppies and make sure you get those in the mail. Most people have got theirs. But I talk about this. A good coach will hold you accountable. All right, what else? I like this one a lot. A good coach knows something that you don't know. They know something you don't know. Let me give you a good example. I wrote 11 books, and none of them were bestsellers. I mean, some of them were bestsellers by the number of copies they sold. Like if you sell 10,000 copies, it's technically a bestseller, but none of them were an Amazon bestseller. After book 11, I'm like, man, who can show me the roadmap on how to do this? Because I'm humble. I'm hungry. I'm coachable. I'm ready. Who can tell me how to do this? And I went looking for a coach, a bestseller coach. And guess what? I was coachable. Got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, got to do this. Bam. Hit that bestseller list. You go looking for a coach. Why do I need a coach? Because they know something I don't know. Okay? Next one. Then we're going to take a break. They got systems, structure, process. What about this one? They've been to the top of the mountain. They got a specialized skill set that you need. Look at some of these college basketball coaches. The USA Today article last week that was talking about their salaries are escalating to $10 million. Pretty soon we're going to see college basketball coaches making $10 million. What does it matter what you pay the coach if you get a huge return? It don't matter. If they pay Rick Pitino $7.9 million, if they make $40 million off of him, it don't matter what you pay the coach if you're getting a return, because guess what? They've been to the top of the mountain. They got the systems. They got the structure. They got the process. They have a specialized skill set. All of those are the reasons you need a coach. Now, for those of you that see a coach as an expense versus an investment, that's your first problem, man. Because if I pay a coach $10,000 and they make me $100,000, is that a pretty good investment? Would you put 10 in to make 100 back? Would you put 5 in? I remember a few years ago in 2009, I worked with the bank. They paid us, I think, $150,000. We made them $2.1 million. Is that a good investment? Would you put $150 in to make $2.1 million back in 12 months? What does it matter what you pay the coach if you make $2 million back off your $150 investments? That's the reason we need a coach. Let me give you some kryptonite. I'm going to come back in segment 2 and tell you how to find the right coach for you. Come on, Brittany Renee Brandon. I'm calling you, girl. Monster Producer's calling your name. I'm ready to coach you into your greatness, right? Here's your kryptonite. You don't see coaching as an investment, but you see it as an expense. Eating at Longhorn on Friday night is an expense. Buying liabilities is an expense. Buying a boat that you use 2 times a year is an expense. They don't make you any money. But the right coach who knows what they're doing, who's been to the mountain, who's got other people to the mountain, is always an asset for you. You watching Super Coach. Come on back in segment 2. We're going to talk about how to find the right coach for you. Hey guys, Coach Michael Burt. How do you find the right coach for you? There's personal coaches, there's life coaches, there's business coaches, there's spiritual coaches. Here's the deal. You got to find a coach you have an affinity with. You believe the same things. I believe trained people always outperform untrained people. I believe coach people always outperform uncoached people. You got to find a coach that you think brings the knowledge and the skill and the desire and the confidence to you that will work for you. I would love to be that coach through my new Total Growth Academy. Go to CoachBurt.com, click on virtual coaching, and get coached by me every day on any device, anywhere on planet Earth. Welcome back, Super Coach. Every week, multiplying life, money, business, how to find the right coach for you. All the folks out there, I want to give a shout out to all the people joining in today. Takesha Bromel's with us. Tom Farrell's with us. Christy Rutgers Morgan. Jason Jones. Good to see everybody today. Hey, you guys already know. Hey, look, I'm preaching to the choir, aren't I? I'm absolutely preaching to the choir because every person that watches me on this stream, every person that is in Monster Producer, every person that's in my Total Growth Academy, every one of you see coaching as an investment. It is an asset that's going to make you more money. A good coach can help you make 3 and 4 times the amount of money if you don't have a coach. So for you out there in the world, here's what I'm going to tell you. Just ask Shane Ray. Shane Ray's a big sponsor of our show. Just call aloha.com. Heating and cooling business. He got into the coaching program. What is the result of him getting in the coaching program, right? A, he wrote his own book the first year. B, he went out and built his own brand. It doesn't have to be boring. Just call aloha.com. I saw where Travis Peruce Monster Producers using Shane Ray's service. That's why I like it, man. All the monsters doing business with each other, baby. So just call aloha.com if you're serious about getting ready for the summer, man. 80 degrees. I was in Orlando last week. Went on a Disney cruise. Great experience. Flew to Minnesota to work with Home Buyers Marketing. Great experience. Now back in Tennessee, but the temperature's going up. And if your air conditioning unit ain't ready, man, you better call a coach in. And you better call a big kahuna Shane Ray. Just call aloha.com. What's a coach done for his life? Just ask him. Just Facebook him and ask him what's being in a coaching program has done. What about Travis Peruce? Travis Peruce transition out, got him a good coach, got structure, got clarity, going out and pushing. So here's the question for you. How do you find the right coach for you? How do you find the right coach for you? Number one, do you believe the same things? For example, if people sign up for Monster Producer, here's what I ask. I believe a Monster Producer is a legendary creature that combines multiple skill sets to dominate a market. Do you believe it? Do you want to be one? Number one, do you and the coach believe the same things? Okay. Number two, do you have an affinity with a certain type of coach? Do you like their energy? Do you like their posture? Do you like their content? How do they make you feel? When I'm with you, I feel better about me. So the second thing you do to find a good coach is you go out there and you find a coach that makes you feel a certain way. Think about the people I listen to on YouTube. And that's called emotional identification. Now I'm going to talk about this. There's people I watch and listen to, but I may not buy their products. I watch and listen to them and get good things, but there's nothing like seeing those people live. There's nothing like experiencing that energy. There's nothing like that raw ambition and energy transfer back and forth. That's called emotional identification. And emotional identification is where you relate. You have an affinity with a certain type of coach. Some people like the fact that I'm faith-based. Some people like the fact that I bring a lot of energy. Some people like the fact that I'm a former championship coach. They have some type of affinity with me, and that's why they chose for me to be their coach. Okay, that's number two. Number three, look at the similar success stories, right? Look at the similar success stories of other people out there in the world and ask this question, okay? When you're looking at other people's success stories, say this: what have they done for them? I look at what is transformed in Tommy Davidson's life. I look at what's transforming people like Carrie Ann Sears' life, Brandon Burks' life, some of our big monster producers' life. I look at Scott Abernathy, who fought coaching in the beginning, but now says, I need the coaching for stimulation, for accountability. I love the coaching for the accountability. I hate it for the accountability. I look at what's happening in these people's lives. Almost every one of them, if they're doing what they're supposed to do, if they're digging in and letting the coaching do its work in them, they're transforming their businesses. Look at what's happened to Will Webb's life. Other people have come to me and say, man, Will Webb has completely gone to a whole nother level in his life, personally, professionally. Look at what happened. So what I look at when I'm thinking about a coach is what have they done for other people? What has that coach done for other people? So when you're looking at how to find the right coach for you, do you believe the same things they do? Number two, do you have an affinity with them? Number three, look at similar people that are in the same line of work and what have they done for them? Number four, have they shown a demonstrated capacity to get a lift or a bump for a person? Number five, do they have energy, man? I don't know about you. Richard Neese, Kerry Latham. I tell you what I want from a lot of my coaches, man, is feed me. Feed the sheep even when they act like donkeys. You with me? So when I go to coaching, I don't want to be drained by my coach. I want to be inspired by my coach. I want to be motivated by my coach. I want to be fed by my coach, okay? So I like the energy. And then, can they find and fill your missing structures? I think a good coach can come in and immediately find your missing structures. I'm not talking about cotton candy. I'm not talking about fluff. I'm talking about real coaching that goes deep inside of you and helps you get to a much higher level. That's the kind of coaching I'm talking about. So when you think about how to find the right coach for you, you may be in a coaching relationship now and it ain't doing it for you. It ain't doing it for you. But let me ask you this question, Anthony Capullo. Let me ask you this question. Is it because you ain't doing the work? Because I have people that say, hey, coaching ain't working. And here's what I say. You ain't showed up to Monster Producer in 3 months. You totally disengaged. You're getting minimal results. But you ain't letting the coaching do its work in you, man. Don't quit. You're not quitting on me. You're quitting on you. Because you get in here and let this coaching do its work on you, and I promise you it can get to the very next level. So you got to find a coach that can do those things for you right there. Let me give you some kryptonite that would hold you back in this area. You had a bad coach in the past, and now you pegged every coach as bad. That's called generalization. Okay? Hey, just because you dated a bum somewhere along the way don't mean everybody's a bum. You understand what I'm saying here? Just because you dated some loser along the way don't mean everybody's a loser. So you can't peg every coach. Well, I had a bad experience with the coach. Well, I hired a coach and they didn't get results. Here's what I'd ask. What did you do to contribute to that equation? Well, I hired a personal trainer and I didn't lose any weight. Well, you didn't get your big hind end in the gym either. And that's why you ain't lose any weight. So I want you to understand this, and I said this at Churchill Mortgage today. I had a fantastic session at Churchill. You got to own your part of this deal. You got to recognize it. You got to admit it. You got to learn from it, and you got to move on. But you got to let the coaching process do its work in you. I'm coming back in chapter 3. I'm going to tell you what does a good coach actually do. You're watching Super Coach, and I'm Coach Michael Burt. Hey guys, Coach Michael Burt, and I get asked all of the time, what does a good coach do? See, a good coach should engage you in a set of systematic behaviors that allows you to do something tomorrow you can't do today. They should find and fill your missing structures. They help you break through that ceiling of success that you can't break through on your own. And that, my friend, is why everybody needs a good coach in life. Check out Coach Michael Burt's Total Growth Academy at CoachBurt.com. Hey guys, Coach Michael Burt. Chapter 3 of this book, Grieving Your Lost Potential. If you hadn't bought your copy, why not? Everybody needs a coach in life. Barnes & Noble's, Amazon. I got so excited I almost knocked my microphone off. But I spent 2 years on that book, man. It's all my greatest hits in that book. So if you hadn't got it, I want you to get it. Today we're talking how to find the right coach for you. In chapter 1, I talked about why do we need a coach in life. We hit a ceiling. We become static. We need accountability. They know something we don't know. Okay? They've been to the mountain. They got something we need. Okay? They got something we need that we want to dig into. Number 2, I talked about how to find the right coach for you through affinity, through energy, through similar success stories of moving other people like you to much higher levels. And number 3, chapter 3, I'm going to end this show today talking about what does a good coach do? I get asked this all the time. Are you a life coach? To some people, yes. Are you a business coach? Are you a strategist coach? Yes. Yesterday I was in Minnesota helping people with strategy. Today I was at Churchill coaching people. This afternoon I'm on here coaching you. So what is a good coach? Don't matter. What do you need? Because a good coach that has some versatility, some good coaches are specialists. They specialize in one thing, online marketing, how to flip real estate. They specialize in one thing. Some coaches are more entrepreneurial coaches like me. Right, Tammy Goodwin? Okay? So when you think about this, my job, and people come to me, is to get them to some much higher level. So what does a good coach do for you? Number 1, they should help you find and fill your missing structures. And a missing structure is a void. It's a gap. It's a hole. It's typically in one of these 7 areas: knowledge, skill, desire, confidence, likability, connectivity, networks. straight out of person of interest. You're missing one of those things: knowledge, skill, desire, confidence. They give you clarity. They take the confusion of your life. So I'm talking about this Friday in Monster Producer. How do I take all this confusion in your life that's just going around and around like circles around you and bring you clarity on your next right move? They take confusion and they turn it into clarity. Here's what a good coach does. They push. They challenge. They pull. They instill swag in you. They transfer what's inside of them to you, which is typically their confidence. They, like an IV drip, out of you, okay, out of them into you, they are pushing this into you, okay? What else do? They bring the systems, the process, the structure. We've been working on a concept called $1 Million Machine because my guys coaching me in New York City really believe what I provide is systems, structure, process to confusion. And they want me to call it $1 Million Machine. And the $1 Million Machine is I help people with their explanational service. Then I help them with the selling system. Then I teach them how to follow up appropriately. Then we create an experience. And that's part of this $1 Million Machine to get you to where you become a millionaire, okay? I love it. Last week on my YouTube channel, Jack, one of the people on there said, when I did How to Get to Your First Million, they said, Coach Burt ain't a millionaire. I said, come on, man. You want me to show you you want to show my net worth? Do I really have to show you because you don't believe me? But here's the deal. My point is, all I did is have a long obedience in the same direction. I tell my team, chop wood and carry water every single day. We got to come in and grind it out and do what we got to do every single day. What does a good coach do? Now, here's a question. How does Coach Burt take this from $1 million, $2 million business to a $10 million business, to a $20 million business, to a $100 million business? Well, you know what? I bring in a coach, and I go, hey, you went from $1 million, $2 million to $10 million. Now tell me how you did it. What moves do I need to make? How do I accelerate this process? And that's what a good coach should do for you. They should speed up and accelerate the process. Now, I want to have a strong ending here. Let me give you some kryptonite, and then I'm going to come back out in a full shot, and I'm going to end this with a strong ending. Here's your kryptonite. You won't do what your coach is telling you to do. Wayne Self, are you doing what coach is teaching you to do? Are you doing what you're being taught to do? Because it won't work until you work it. It won't work until you work it. So what does a good coach do for you? They bring you the clarity you need. They take this confusion and they give you the systems and the structure to do it. Now let's have a critical conversation. Critical conversation is where I bring a strong ending to you. I have some people tell me, say, Coach, I watch you for 2 years on Facebook, and I'm ready to go. Coach, I watch all your videos. I listen to your podcasts. I listen to Super Coach. And I always ask people the same thing. What took you so long, man? If you know that you have a deeper calling in life, if you know that your business is not performing at the level it could perform, if you have more in the tank than what you're showing, what is your hesitation about taking action on going out and hiring a person? I think about these guys I hired out of New York City to coach me. And for a long time, I was like, man, it's too expensive. It's too expensive. And then I said, no, this is stupid. I'm not even taking my own advice. It ain't expensive if it helps me get clarity to go to the next level. It's not an expense if you put in this and get back this. So I'm speaking to all the people out there who know they don't know what their next move needs to be, who don't have a structure, and who do not have a good coach. The question for you is, how long do you let your potential sit there? It's just kinetic energy that's stored until utilized. How long do you sit on the fence before you take action? Because you can't get those non-refundable seconds back, man. So today, what have I taught you? How to find the right coach for you, because we all need a coach in our life. We need to find one that we resonate with, and we need to know what a good coach will do. Now, business, personal, it's all one. For some people, I'm their business coach. For some people, I'm their life coach. It's all one. What I'm giving you is clarity, direction, leadership, and focus with very systematic structures in how you can elevate in your life. Guys, every week I come to you, I believe everybody needs a good coach in life. A good coach will have those hard conversations with you don't want to have. They'll make you do some things you don't want to do. But a good coach will help you become something you did not think you could become. Straight out of the good book this week. Everybody needs a coach in life. I'll be signing these for everybody that ordered them. Thank you so much for the 27 monster producers that signed up this month. I can't wait to get started with you on Friday, man. I'm going to stay up all night just getting ready to get in here and coach you at the Greatness Factory on Friday, and I can't wait for 27 more to sign up in April. God bless you guys. Everybody needs a good coach. Thank you for letting me be yours. Sometimes a good coach has just got to get in your... Hey, let me tell you what you need to do right now. You need to draw a line down the middle of a piece of paper and say what's working, what's not working. But here's a big thing you need to draw: what to stop doing. You don't need more things to do. You need to quit doing some of the things that are not working to have some success in your life. It's not what you get, it's what you're willing to give up so that you can have something new.